This is the Meta Quest Pro, Facebook's new $1,500 mixed reality headset that comes with some pretty cool new features. Inside the box, it's all matte black inside with a protective cover hiding in the top part, and then the headset and the controllers nicely presented here at the bottom. So the first impression with the controllers is immediately they feel more premium than the ones that came with the Quest 2. It's the same exact story with the headset itself, of course, but before we take a closer look at these, real quick, let's finish up with the box because there is a lot included. We have a 45-watt power brick, a USB-C cable, along with a proprietary charging cable for the controllers themselves, your typical documentation along with a microfiber cloth. There's actually an included charging dock here for both the controllers and the headsets, some pretty flimsy partial light blockers, along with a couple of stylus tips which apparently will help you draw in the metaverse, replacing these straps in the controllers. But here is the headset itself. And like I was saying earlier, this thing just looks way more polished. The front is now significantly less bulky than before, which is in part thanks to the new pancake lenses that Meta says are 40% thinner, and in part due to the fact that the battery has been moved to the back, which effectively allows it to act as a counterweight. On top of that, the main front support now mounts directly onto your forehead instead of on your face and like your nose, which combined with the new strap should make the Quest Pro more comfortable to wear. On the outside, there are now a total of 5 cameras, 2 of which are on the sides, and 3 are right there at the front, which have 4 times the resolution as the Quest 2, in addition to having color, so pass-through on here is going to be significantly better. At the bottom of the headset, we have charging pins for where it connects to the dock, a headphone jack and a power button on the left side, and then another headphone jack and volume buttons on the right side, with both sides of course having the new and improved speakers. Okay, so on the inside, the lenses now have continuous IPD adjustments, so you're going to be able to get a more precise fit for your eye distance, and what's really special in here is there are now facial tracking sensors that not only enable facial expressions in the metaverse, but more importantly, at least to me, it can track your eyes, which allows for a technique called foveated rendering, where game developers can significantly improve graphics performance by basically only rendering what your eyes are directly looking at in high resolution, with everything else in your peripheral rendering at lower resolution. So it's really cool and really advanced. Speaking of advanced, let's take a look at these new controllers. There's no longer a big old ringer on the top like it was with the Quest 2, since the Quest Pro's controllers can now fully track themselves thanks to having 3 different cameras on each, meaning they'll track even when the controllers are out of the headset sight, which can help you find them when you set them down, or maybe more importantly, in games where you're reaching for stuff behind you or at your sides, like for a holstered gun for example, they won't disconnect. On top of that, the controllers also have improved haptics, with 3 different haptic devices compared to just 1, so you get the usual one in the main body, and then a new one in the trigger and in the thumb rest. And what's cool is the thumb rest is now pressure sensitive, so you'll be able to pinch on things in VR, and speaking of pressure sensitive, the bottom area is also pressure sensitive where you put in the stylus tips. So yeah, just a way more advanced controller that now even has a built-in battery and can charge wirelessly on the dock. So my first impression of this thing is I really like it. I find it to be significantly more comfortable than the Quest 2, even with the Elite strap, since the forehead mount takes the pressure off of my face and my nose, and the materials in here are soft to the touch, even around the lenses, making it feel better on the skin. The optics are also a step up, but not in the way that you would think. The resolution isn't noticeably better, which is kind of disappointing since you can still make out the pixels. I was really hoping that was the area where it would improve, but at least the colors and the contrast are better thanks to the local dimming zones and the new lens. The speakers on here also do feel like a major upgrade, so I won't be reaching for my headphones anywhere near as often, and overall, everything just feels more elegant. From the grippy controllers to the docking station where everything charges up wirelessly, it's definitely a more premium experience. Except for the whole light blocker situation, where Meta only included these partial light blockers that attach magnetically, with the full light blockers if you want full VR immersion being sold separately. But everything outside of that is top notch. But at $1,500, it pretty much had to be, and whether or not it's worth that money, I don't know. But if you want the best of the best from Meta and money is no object, well, this is it.